What's going on, everyone? Welcome back to the show. So today we're going to take a look at veterans beneficiaries. So we're going to take a look and do a projection when it comes to COLA for veterans. Now, COLA, the Social Security Administration, when they come out with COLA, it also will apply to veterans. Okay, so we're going to take a look. I'm going to take a look at this article first, and then I'm going to do the calculations for you. And then I'm also going to do another video. I'll follow this up with another video on SSDI. I've had people ask me the same thing about SSDI, take the average there and do the calculation. So we're going to do that as well. But first off on this channel, if I can ask you guys to do me one favor, please like the video. Actually, two favors. Like the video and subscribe and hit that little bell notification. That way you'll get notified anytime we put out videos. We do daily videos, so make sure you hit the little bell notification so you'll get that notification when I put a video out. And I do have people still in the comments letting me know that they're not getting notified of my videos. And all I can say at this point is just make sure that that bell notification's colored in. And I will continue to contact YouTube and try to see if they can remedy this problem. But it's an ongoing thing. So if you do see my video, I would appreciate just watch the video. It does help out. It's free. Usually my videos they're anywhere from 7 to 8 minutes long. So they're generally not too long. But I am having some issues right now when it comes to the bell notification, and it's just they're not being notified. And if you have the bell clicked, you should be notified, in my opinion. That's the reason to have that bell notification. Okay, so let's go ahead and we're going to take a look at this article first, and then we will talk a little bit about what's going on when it comes to veterans beneficiaries. Okay, so here's this article. Now, this is coming from, it looks like a law firm. If I'm looking at this correctly, it does look like a law firm. So I want to look at their projections because they're basing their projections on an article that was posted. I believe this is a little while ago. This is not recent. And so their numbers are a little bit higher than what I think COLA will be, the final number when it comes to COLA. So I will show you what they've come up with because they've already done the calculations. And then I'll show you the calculation for what I anticipate a COLA being. Now, I could be wrong. They could be right. But I'm just saying I think this information that they pulled was old information. It wasn't anything that was recent. And let me go down and I'll show you what I'm talking about here. So basically, they're just going through what COLA is, how COLA is calculated, July, August, September, the months. That's all the information that they're providing here. So nothing that we already know that, and you should know. If you watch my channel, you're going to know pretty much that July, August, and September, these are the months that we're looking for when it comes to COLA. Okay, so this nonpartisan group, the Senior Citizens League, they came out, and this, I can't remember when this was. I need to actually, should have found that out for you guys. But they put out an article, and they were talking about COLA, and they think COLA will be 9.6%, somewhere around there. And they said it could go even higher. I think 9.6% is pretty high. I just don't see it being there. I think it's going to be in the 8s. I think the way things are going right now, and you just have to look. I mean, they're taking an average. So just look. 9.1% was July, 8.7% was in August. So we would have to be looking at a CPI-W of like 10% in order for this to be a reality. And I don't see that seeing 10% in September. I think it's going to actually go down even lower than 8.7. It's probably going to be around 8.3, 8.4. And that would put us in the neighborhood of about 8.7 for COLA for 2023. So that's just my prediction. And on here, they're looking at the Senior Citizens League, their projections, and they are projecting it pretty high. Okay, so I'm just telling you that because when we go down the article a little bit further, you're going to see the numbers, and I just want you to understand that when I do the calculations, it's going to be a little bit less. Okay, probably not that much when it comes down to the dollar amount, but we'll find out. Okay, so let's go ahead and move down here. So when it comes to veterans, it's a little bit different the way they calculate things. And so if we move down here, and they're basing this on the 9.6, okay, 9.6% COLA. So looking at this, it depends on your rating. Okay, are you 10% disabled, 20%, 30%, 40%? And that's how they calculate how much money you are going to receive every month. Okay, so when we're looking at this, if we move down and let's see, I'm going to go all the way down to the bottom. I guess we can do 50%. So let's do 50% first. So 50%, and they're showing you the numbers here. At 50%, you would see an increase. This is what you're getting currently, and this would be your increase. Okay, so you'd be looking at this increase 1,050. Okay, so that's a little less than $100 at 90. I think that's $92 if my math is correct. So that's what you would be looking at as an increase if you're 50% disabled. Okay, and that's up, and you see how it's moved. It's moved up. So 2021, it was 905, and then it moved up. What 50 is that? 53. Yeah, $53 in 2022, and then it moved up, or the anticipation is that it would move up to about 90, what did I say, $92, okay? So that is for 50% disabled. Now, I do want to go down to the bottom here, and the 100% disabled, we'll look at that category. So looking at it in 2022, these are the numbers here, $3,332.06, and then the increase would be $3,651.94. Okay, so that's over $300 there, $319, something like that. So that's the increase there. So pretty significant for the 100% disabled. So that's 9.6. Now what I want to do is take this number here, and we're going to plug this in as with an 8.7, okay, which is most likely that's what we're going to see. Okay, so let's go ahead and do that right now. So pulled up the calculator, and of course I forget the number here. Let's remember this: $3,332. Okay, $3,332. So we're at 8.7. And we're going to times that by $3,332. All right. So that's $289. Okay, so that's the increase there. $3,332. So we just added that. So I added that amount to our final total, which I thought I did, $298 plus. Okay, so we're looking at $3,630. So that's not too bad. I mean, when you're looking at things, just looking at that $3,332, and then it would be an increase $3,630. So you're still getting that $298, which is that's not bad when it comes down to the big scheme of things, and that's for the 100% disabled. Okay, we'll go ahead and do the 50%. So $958. So let's do that one. So we'd be looking at 0.087 times $958. That's going to be a change of $83. So we're going to add that to $958. And we come up with 1,041. Okay, so it's pretty close to the other number that they came up with. So just looking at this, 958 is what it was. And if you're doing it 9.7, you can see that we're talking dollars. We're talking $10 difference. $9 difference in this situation. So it's really not that drastic when it comes to the change, right? So what did we say here? It was 1,041. And then if we're looking at it at 9.7, it's 1,050. Okay, so that's a number that we're looking at there. So not that big of a change when it comes down to it. I will post a link to this article because you might have you might want to contact them and maybe get a consultation, free consultation. Hopefully they have that. But this does look like it's a law firm, but they do provide a lot of information when it comes to veterans and benefits. So I'm sure it could be beneficial to you. And so that's what we're looking at when it comes to COLA for veterans. And so you can see when we're looking at the 8.7%, you compare the 8.7% with the 9.7%, and it's really not that big of a change. It might be $10, it might be $15, it could go up to even $20 in some situations, but it depends on how much money that you are already receiving. Okay, and understand that I do have people that are in the comments. They're asking me, well, what does this, does this apply for me if I'm getting this amount of money? It depends on how much money you're bringing in. If you're bringing in $1,000, then your calculation is going to be different than someone that's receiving $1,500. Okay, so it will be different. So just understand that. And for the most part, you're going to have to do those calculations on your own. And I do have people that are still asking me about, well, what about this amount? What about that amount? Maybe I'll do a separate video where I'll just do calculations of different requests that people have in the comments. But for the most part, when we're looking at this, COLA is probably going to be around 8.6, 8.7, maybe 8.8. That's what we should be looking at. And you do the calculations off that. Now, what I will do, I'm doing these projections right now because people are interested and they want to know. But after we know the numbers for sure, so after October 13th, I will do these calculations over and I'll show you the exact amount that you can anticipate. And you'll receive a letter as well in December, and they'll go over the whole breakdown and how much you'll be receiving. So you'll get that in December. But if you want to know about it a little early, I will go over SSI, SSDI, Social Security, veterans. I'll do it all over again with the information that we know as fact. Because right now we don't know what we're going to see in September when it comes to the CPIW. So once we get that information, we'll get that October 13th, and they'll come out with COLA on October 13th. And then I'll go ahead and put together some videos where I do the calculations and let you guys know exactly what your increase will be. So if you guys have any questions, post them down below. If you like this video, please give me a thumbs up. Please subscribe for more, and I'll talk to you in the next one. Bye.